After finally going to school my freshman year, I really wanted to go back. After going to school, I had realized that I was actually smart, that I was just missing the tools I needed to learn. I decided to write a heartfelt letter expressing my longing to stay in school. My dad's response to this letter was the same as his answer any other time I had asked if I could go to school in the past.
No, you aren't going to school. The Bible says to train your children in the way they should be brought up. Therefore, you aren't going to school. Besides, we made an agreement last year that you would only go to school to see what it's like, and then go back to homeschooling.
My dad always used the Bible as his reason as to why I couldn't go to school, which makes absolutely no sense. And it just crushed me that he used the same reason after I poured my soul into that letter. My mom felt really bad and decided to secretly sign me up to go back to school.
I never feel well and you make me drive you to school. It isn't fair.
My parents always made everything so hard on me, as if it were a crazy thought for me to go to school. As if they've never heard of a kid going to school before. Dad came home on his lunch break one day and saw I wasn't home. He asked Mom where I was. She told him schooling, and his response was, "Is she still going to school?" She said yes. Then when I came home that day, he told me that I was to drop out of school and continue homeschooling. When I went back to school the next day, someone suggested I make a petition to keep me in school. So I wrote up a petition and had people sign it. When I brought it home and showed my parents, my mom laughed and my dad didn't even read it and just said, "You're still going back to only homeschooling." I kept begging my parents to let me stay in school, and my parents came to the conclusion that if I stayed in school, I also had to homeschool as well throughout all of high school. It didn't make any sense, especially since I didn't even learn anything from homeschooling. But I agreed. It made me feel like they didn't believe that I was smart enough to graduate with good grades on my own. Math was always the hardest subject for me. I had to work extra hard at math to try to understand it enough to pass a test. I felt so much excitement inside and surprised that I got over a C. Math was just so hard for me. I couldn't wait to show my dad my grade. Math was my dad's favorite subject, so he would be so proud of me. And I achieved this grade all on my own.
Dad, guess what? Got a B on my math test. Get an A next time.
I was in complete disbelief that my dad seemed to not be impressed that I did better than average on my math that I struggle with. I did it all on my own. I felt like if he wasn't even proud of me for this, then how is he ever going to be proud of me for anything in life? My parents always made me feel like I was never good enough. I was a mix of emotions growing up, confused, depressed, angry. I cried a lot. And sometimes I didn't even know why I was crying. I was just so unhappy. I was also always around my mom being irrational about inanimate objects.
Where is my stupid comb? Stupid comb, I can't ever find it. Where did it go? Oh, stupid wall. Ugh.
Everything was just so much more stressful than it had to be. I was always full of so many emotions at home.
Don't ever get contacts. They are so much trouble. I can't get the stupid contact in again.
Not surprisingly, I did end up having trouble with getting contacts in and out as I tried them as I got older. Luckily, I did get to continue high school, though, all the way through my senior year. My school was sometimes ridiculous, though. Like in an art class, we were given an option of stamps and ink to choose from to stamp on a regular paper. and our gym class was walking to the ice cream shop. But I at least got hours away from home like I needed.